It is time.
We're going to be listening to Snarky Puppy. We just enjoyed having Bill Lawrence from Snarky Puppy on the show a couple weeks ago, which was a great conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Gideon, can you tell us how you first heard of Snarky Puppy? When did they first come on your personal radar?
I actually remember I'm a big Humphreys McGee fan, so I
Me
remember at some point many years ago they opened for Humphreys McGee, and they came on my radar.
Oh, what a show that must have
And
been.
then, well, yeah, I didn't get to see them open for Humphreys. That's how I learned about them, was seeing them out there. But I remember going to see them at Brooklyn Bowl in 2010 or maybe 2013. And it's always one of my favorite live music memories because it was my first time seeing them do a headline play, and then shortly after, they finished a surprise set from Pretty Lights Happened at Brooklyn Bowl, which was unannounced. So they're part of one of my favorite music memories ever. But I love Snarky. I've seen them on Jam Cruise. North Beach Music Festival here in Miami takes place at the same music venue where Snarky Puppy's festival, Ground Up Music Festival, takes place. So shout out to Ground Up Music Festival. I love Snarky Puppy. They're great. So I'm glad you picked this song.
Yeah, they're really good. So this is the song Shofukan from their We Like It Here live DVD, which was released in 2014. We're here with Gideon Plotnicki from GMP Live, and we're here listening to Snarky Puppy right here on Galaxy Jams Reacts. Oh, I love when they're like all in the studio and do those music videos like that. And they have an audience.
They do these sessions. Everyone wears headphones.
Right.
You can hear
Really
mixed
cool.
recording live.
I would love to go to one of those.
Right.
I'm sure it's very, very hard to get in.
I think it's all like friends and family, probably.
I think they sell tickets and they do like 8 nights of it, so it's not that difficult. But,
Okay.
But it's money.
Ooh.
So good.
Getting deep.
The mix they have in these sessions is just insane. You hear every little thing.
Yes.
I would be scared to if I had to sneeze if I was in the audience.
How many musicians are even in this recording?
Probably like 17 or 20, right? It's crazy.
So with the string section. So good.
Yeah, those drums sound huge. Oh my God, the dynamics. They're so good at that for such a huge ensemble.
The best of the
Very
best. You know?
dynamic.
tone is so great.
The whole thing is mixed like immaculately. He is killing it.
Wow,
That's so good.
Every time I listen to them, I'm just bowled over about the feelings I get when I listen to them. The just utter amazement at how perfect everything is, and just everybody knows their place, and they're just, I mean, on point. Every single person in there, and there's so many people.
Right.
It's hard to do that with 4 to 5 people to begin with in a regular band situation.
Precisely.
And doing that, it's just, I mean, it's basically just like an orchestra. I guess you could look at it that way, but it's
I would say an
different.
orchestra is a good way to describe them, because like if you go to Ground Up Music Festival and see Snarky Puppy, they play with different lineups every single day.
Yeah.
So their band is not a band.
Right.
It's a collective. It's a so it's something I would define in a different way, like an orchestra, because they do have rotating members that go in and out based on time of year or availability or whatever, that give them totally different things. So it's really cool to, like, I think even at these sessions that they do, if they do 8 nights, they have different lineups for some of them.
Wow.
So it's really cool to see them just orchestrate all of that with, like you said, with so many people, let alone adding the horn section, doing it live in front of an audience. It's crazy. They're a very impressive band.
Yeah, and that's a really, really great way to keep the train rolling, because I feel like they tour all the time, and when you're touring, you can go all around the world and you have different people flake in and out of the tour, and that keeps the train chugging, even if some members aren't available or, they have other obligations and things like that. And then also one thing when I listen to Snarky Puppy is that not only am I interested in the music that they're making, but I'm also interested in the process that they make it. They're a pretty famous band that has really, really serious accolades, and I feel like the more and more famous that you get, it's especially with that many people, I'm wondering, like, how does the songwriting process become affected? Because you have so many different people that are involved in this thing. And, for example, let's say when they're all practicing and doing the studio, someone's not playing that well. Let's just say that, right? Or someone needs to be critiqued. Like, who's the one that says that to that person? Who's the person that's like, no, but do they? Because I know they're all so good, right? But it's like there has to be nuance that needs to be expressed, right? I mean, it's such a complicated song. So I'm like, how do they like?
I think there are some people in the band who contribute songs. So when you're the songwriter, you would have a little bit more say.
Yeah,
but
take
also
the wheel on it.
I think that Michael League, the bass player from Snarky Puppy, is kind of the de facto leader.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know anything about their inter-band politics or anything like that, but I think that there's probably, as with any project, a hierarchy or someone who can say something. But I've been around Snarky Puppy a little bit. The guys seem to be having a blast always to be around each other and performing and love music so much. So they're a very cool project, and I'm happy to see that they've made their own, made their own space in the world. They kind of created their own scene and their own record label, and they're an impressive one for me.
And all of their solo projects are great as well.
Right.
Everything.
Yeah. Well, if you look at this video, half the band are people that have gone on to do solo projects. Like Nate Worth is in Ghost Note, and you have Mark Lettieri is in there. So there's a lot of people that go out and do things from this band.
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, he plays in the Fearless Flyers with members of Wolfpack, right? That's a great project as well.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're really really good, and we listen to music with a guy named Mark Earl Dykes, who's in a band called Funk You,
Mhm.
and they're I think like a
Mhm.
9-piece band. And I always was asking him like how it works when you have like so many people, and I think that you're right, Gideon. I think there's like a central nucleus of people that's like bringing like the main songwriting in, and then they essentially just share it with their contemporaries who put their own spin and talent on it. So I feel like it's like the easiest way to go about it is like the least amount of hands in the cookie jar, in terms of like who's contributing ideas. It makes it easier for that idea to become a full-fledged thing that other people can kind of like go on and do their own thing too. So it must be something that they really had to work hard to figure out, especially the bigger that they got.
Well, they have their own record label too, so if people have their own ideas, they could put out their band members' solo projects, which is what they do. So it's almost like an incubator, Snarky Puppy, and then people leave it and start their own things and come back and forth. It's a very unique concept.
So that means that their music festival is almost like a family reunion.
Yeah, kind of.
See that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that sounds like something that I would really want to go and check out. We got some people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. We got Brosif, who said that this is beautiful and asked who it was again. This is Snarky Puppy that we're listening to. And then we also have a message from El Sao GG. And this person says, hey, do you know that when you smile that the whole world goes bright?
Ooh.
Keep smiling and enjoying your day. See ya. That made me so happy. Thank you so much for posting that to us. You guys keep us smiling, and we really, really love doing this show for you guys, and we can't wait to do more. And so we're going to be listening to one of my more favorite bands, EJ, right after this.
Oh, we're going to keep listening to the song.
Oh, shit.
We're only halfway through,
It's okay.
bro.
We'll just edit it out. Everything that I'm saying, especially what I'm saying right now, that's going out.
Cut. Let's get right back into it. The smile threw him off.
Yeah, I was so happy.
They're just so happy about smiling. That's so sweet. I love that sound.
It's like this Middle Eastern prog rock almost. So sick.
Yeah, this is awesome.
So cool.
Huge.
Woo. That is a sick groove.
That bass synth.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Nice. I think there's couches in there and everything.
Yeah, I like how with so many different people, Snarky Puppy does a really good job of showcasing their individual players, which I feel like would be really, really difficult to do without making it seem like so apparent that that's something that you're trying to do in the first place. Like, that horn player in the beginning, like really, really did a great job.
Yeah,
And
trumpet player,
it probably was like one of those things where the whole entire show, like every song, like one or two people were showcased. And then, if you listen to the whole entire, live record, at least everyone in the room gets like that moment.
Mm-hmm. That moment to shine, step out, do their thing. Have you ever seen them in that situation, Gideon?
No, I've never been to one of those shows. I know people who have. It's supposed to be a really amazing experience. I'd love to go. I think they do them always in Texas.
Yeah, I was wondering, is it the same studio that they do it in all the time? It seems like it'd be easier to do it that way.
I think so, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, and Gideon, you mentioned Umphrey's McGee, and I think that's a really interesting point because Umphrey's McGee, I feel like, pioneered the headphones and snow cones program, which was essentially giving audience members headphones in the live show so that they're able to get this really, really mixed thing like while they're standing there watching. And I feel like as technology gets better and it gets easier, I feel like being able to go to the show and pay like X amount to get these like, essentially headphones or earbuds that you get to put in. I feel like that's going to be a normal thing, especially for bigger like arena bands who want to give their fans.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised more artists don't offer that. I've done that Umphrey's program. It's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Literally everyone who's ever been skeptical about it puts the headphones on and within 5 seconds understands what's going on and how cool it is. I'm surprised other bands don't have that experience. I would do that with other bands if they offered it for sure.
Yeah, it was. I got a chance to put on the headphones from my good buddy Tyler at a show once, and I felt like right when I put the headphones on, I was like in this, locked connection with the band, and like everyone talking and all the BS, it faded, and I like felt like I was really getting like the energy that the band like wanted to give me in the way that their sound designer constructed, as opposed to the logistical issues of like it bouncing off the walls and everything that comes with a physical live setting. And I do think that more and more bands are going to be doing it, especially because I feel like silent discos are starting to become more of a thing too. So I feel like it's just hard because usually those headphones are really expensive, and you kind of like have to maybe not offer that many, or you have to like take their ID or like something crazy so that they don't steal it. So
I wonder if there's a way though, because there's a lot of people. I mean, I have them really, really good. Excuse me, Bluetooth headphones. And if there was a way to pair up to some kind of Bluetooth hub within the audience,
that's how they do it, right?
Then I would bring my own headphones.
They do it using a radio pack.
Okay.
So it's the same technology that the artists use to get their in-ear audio.
Oh, okay.
So it would be cool if they could figure it out with Bluetooth. That would obviously be a solution for all.
Yeah, and Umphrey's McGee was actually the first concert that I went to that when I left the show, you could buy a USB stick with the show that you just listened to. And that was before nugs.net, when it was kind of like you just like downloaded soundboards from like random Facebook groups or, group chat. Yeah, exactly. So, I really think that, it was a cool thing that you got to find out about Snarky Puppy through a band like Umphrey's McGee, because I feel like both of those bands are constantly pushing boundaries on like what a band is and what a band can be. Hi, this is Mike with Galaxy Jams Reacts. We hope that you enjoyed that React video. Be sure to check out the links below of when we're going to be live streaming our next show, and also how to watch full episodes. Please hit that subscribe button. Every single one helps.